Welcome to the Brew of Life podcast show, episode 7. I'm your host, Steven, and today we'll be talking about no excuses. Enjoy the show. No excuses. What I mean by that? What I mean by no excuses is just doing the things and just getting things done that we always want to do, and just doing something that we always want to do from our hearts and our passions. But yet, we always try to put it off to the side. We try to just make excuses on why we can't do that. For example, we always make excuses or just say things to ourselves that we're quote unquote actually going to do it, but in reality, we're not going to do it. In translation, when we say to ourselves, oh, next year, New Year's resolution, I want to do this, I want to do that, or later, I want to do it, or next week, I'm going to do it, or we just say to ourselves, oh, when I get done with this, I'm going to do it. Even though, in reality, we're just saying to ourselves, I'm just lazy, and I'm not really going to do it. And we always just put things on the side all the time, and we just make a lot of excuses on why we can't do that certain thing that we always want to do. Like, build that foundation that we just always want to build, but yet we can't do it because, maybe you make excuses like, I don't have the right equipment, or I don't have enough money to do it, or just like so many excuses, or just like, I'm too busy. All these excuses that just blocks us from doing the things that we always wanted to do. And I still have those type of excuses as well. And it's just like we all do this all the time. And yeah, today's episode, we're just going to talk about no excuses at all. And just doing the things that we always want to do and just getting it done. Whatever your passion is or what is coming out from your heart, as long as you're doing it, as long as you're going on that grind, as long as you are executing it, then, as long as you're just executing it and you're just doing it every single day on that daily day grind, then you're just making yourself evolve as a better person. You're building that foundation, and you're just overall growing as a better human being. When you're just doing something that is your passion. And yeah. And we tend to do this all the time in our day-to-day lives, which just sucks, to be honest with you, because it's just kind of sad to say, how most people out here, they're not really doing what they're loving, what they love doing all the time. Whether it's just from they're afraid what people are going to think about, what people are going to think about them when they do this type of thing that they always wanted to do, and it's coming from the heart, or it's just they think that they're not good enough, or they just think that they're not prepared for it, and they just try, or they just say to themselves, like I said, I want to do it later, even though, hour passes by, still haven't done it yet. And today, we're just going to talk about how can we get in a good habit of just doing that execution and just actually doing the thing that we actually want to do. So, yeah, whatever that your passion is, how can we actually, I guess you say, make you actually do it with no excuses at all. For example, I have this friend that I know from school. He always tells me about, I guess his his dream, the thing that he always want to start off, and I know for sure this is coming from his heart. It's coming from his passion. And that is for him to start a YouTube channel, right? He wants to start a YouTube channel. But yet he always makes a lot of excuses on why, he can't start a YouTube channel right now. He always try to, I guess you say, quote unquote, put it to the side and just makes a lot of excuses on why, he can't make a YouTube channel. And many of the things he says, many excuses he says is I don't have the right equipment, he's in a position, he doesn't have the right equipment. For example, he doesn't have a computer. He wants to start a gaming channel. He doesn't have a computer. He doesn't have microphone, like a high quality microphone, doesn't have a camera, he doesn't have a good editing software, all these type of stuff that is, I guess you say, backing, like, just, or just random excuses for him to not actually start that YouTube channel. And he just makes a lot of excuses on why to not start that YouTube channel, even though, like, in the now, he can actually do it. Right now, he can actually start that YouTube channel. And also, he already has a game console, and he can actually start it right now, like, seriously. But yeah, like, he just says to himself, but, like, he wants to make high quality content, you know, like, right off the bat, make high quality content. And, like, he doesn't, like, I guess he say, yeah, he just want to make high quality content, like, his first video, like, be perfect and stuff. Even though in reality, every single YouTuber's first video is not really that good. For example, look at PewDiePie, right? PewDiePie, when you go through his old videos, he didn't have the best editing software. His microphone wasn't really that good. His camera quality wasn't that good. He, like, just the video overall wasn't quote-unquote high quality standards, right? But here's the most important thing that PewDiePie did to get where he is right now. He actually did it. He actually went on that grind. No matter how bad the video was, no matter how bad the quality may be, as long as he was doing it, that made him grow stronger and stronger, mentally and physically. And what I mean by that, it just makes him learn. It just made him learn on his flaws, and just made him grow and learn as a better person on how to make better YouTube videos. And as he kept doing on that grind, as he got more subscribers, then, like, he got better equipment. And once he got that better equipment of just good editing software, a good computer and stuff, his foundation, right, has already been made. It's already been built for him. So he doesn't have to, like, he didn't have to, like, for example, he didn't, like, put it off to the side with his YouTube channel. And, like, when he finally had that good equipment, like, his foundation was never really made. And, like, most likely, right, when he already had that good equipment, he would have probably just made more excuses to himself on why he shouldn't start that YouTube channel, even though he already had the quote unquote, like, he already had enough money to make his videos, good equipment like the PC, just recording device, or just anything. And yeah, and I think PewDiePie is a great example of just doing your day-to-day grind, doing something from your heart and passion, and actually getting it done. Getting it done, man. At least get it done. And look at him. Look where he is now. If PewDiePie put it off to the side with his YouTube channel, if he just made so many excuses on why he can't be a good YouTuber, why he can't make videos, then, like, he would have missed such a big opportunity with him. Look where he is now. And I think PewDiePie is such a great example, man, on, like, just not, like, making no excuses. I don't care if you don't quote unquote have the right equipment. I don't care, what position you are in your life right now. As long as you're doing it and you're just building that basic of your foundation, and then later on you do get that better equipment, then that foundation has already been built for you. That foundation is already ready. Like, you're already ready for yourself. And yeah, I think that's just such a great example, in my opinion, of just not, like, just not putting it off and just doing it in the now. Just execution is just the important thing. That really matters if you want to just build that thing that you always wanted to build. That is super important. So how can we just stop making excuses and actually doing it? First thing first is just start doing it now. Okay, start doing it now. I'm being serious. Just start doing it now. And when you do it now, that makes, like, your future self is going to thank you later that you're doing it right now. And if you don't have any, and, like, if you have no ideas of what to do, or, like, what's your passion or stuff, start writing down, start journaling, and just start writing down like the things that you really want to do. Either it's just, if it's like just anything, right? As long as you're doing it right now, then like I said, your future self is gonna thank you that you actually made that execution. Your future self is gonna thank you for that. I guarantee. I guarantee that. Like, I swear. And I forgot what I kind of said. Okay. Your future self is gonna like just thank you for that as well. And just start small. Start small. Don't start big. Okay, I really recommend like just start building small habits with your foundation. Just start doing things just little by little. Baby steps. Okay? I know I may sound a little bit cliche, cliche. Oh my god, I can't even say that word. Cliche. Well, I have a brain fart right there. But I'm not gonna uncut that, okay? It's gonna be what? Unedited. But you know what the word I tried to say, but like I don't know, I had that brain fart in me. But just actually doing that baby steps, just actually taking one step at a time, you're going to just grow and learn as a better person. Because when we do our passion, we always just think about the finish line. We always think about the success. We always think about the good things that are going to come out from this. And we always focus on the finish line, though we can't really handle the process of it, because the process is going to be discomfortable. It's going to be hard. It's going to be torturing. But you have to get through that process. And then once you get out of that process and you look back from yourself and you just look like around you like, wow, I have gone this far? Wow, I didn't realize that. Like, I've gone this far, and like my foundation in me, it's just like, wow, I really built it. Maybe it may be small right now, though I know later on, if I keep on doing this, it's going to grow more and more. And just growing that empire of yours, growing that just adventure in yourself. It's just like, it's just very important. Honestly. Just taking one step at a time. And I think journaling can be good if you just kind of feel lost. Just write the things down, whether it's on a an actual physical journal, or just typing on your computer or just your smartphone device, and just start thinking, just start brainstorming, like, what are the things I want to do, and then just make those small habits. Like, please do not start making like big goals for yourself. Like, no, it's good to make big goals, but like, don't make big goals that are short term. Try to make your big goals at least long term, and then try to okay, here's a good example. Try to dissect your passion. Like, try to dissect try to split up the things to get you somewhere. Like, make it easily digestible for yourself, because if you have a big goal, it's going to be very overwhelming to yourself, and it's going to be very hard on yourself. You're going to have a lot of pressure on you. But like, if you just start dissecting that, you just start making little pieces into little goals, it'll be much digestible for you, and it'll be much easier for you to do. And I think that's a really great example I just said, honestly. And yeah, just actually doing it, it's just really, really important. And please, don't be that type of person of just doing that like New Year's resolution. I remember doing my New Year's resolution back in 2018, and oh my gosh, I did not do so well. I made so many big goals. Like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then when 2019 hit it, I just completely just overwhelmed. That I was just so overwhelmed, and I didn't get a chance to finish my goals. So instead of just New Year's coming, a new decade is coming, 2020, right? Instead of just waiting for 2020 and actually doing it, do it right now. Because when you do it right now, then later on, you're in the future, you have already built like this empire of yours, just like this world of yours that you just made, I guess you could say. And it's just like, just do it right now. Honestly, just do it right now. Okay? I don't care what equipment you have or just what position you're at right now. Just do it right now. As long as you're doing it right now, then that's when you're going to build up your foundation and just doing the things that you're going to love doing the things that you love every single day. No, I could have made so many excuses for myself to not start this podcast show. I could have made so many excuses to myself. Oh, maybe, I'm not a really good talkative person, if that even a word. Or, oh, maybe I don't have the right equipment. I'm in a bad position right now. Oh, I'm quote unquote busy. I'm quote unquote busy. I like that excuse. That's like the number one excuse that everyone makes. I'm quote unquote busy. You're not. Okay? I'll just be honest with you. You're not. Okay? Quote unquote busy. Quote unquote, that's just an excuse. Stop making that excuse right now. Okay? And I could just make so many excuses to not make this podcast show. And look at me now. I actually did that execution. I actually did it. And look how far I went. Sure, it may be small. My foundation of this show may be small. But I'm just so proud of what I just built. I crafted this. I'm just so proud of myself that I actually did. And if I just gave it all up in that moment, then where would I be right now? I want to be talking to you guys. Not at all. And like I almost quit as well, man. I almost quitted, especially, I almost quitted with my dream. Honestly. I almost quit with one of my dreams of being a game developer. Like, I always want to make video games, right? And, like, I remember just being so just happy about it. I was learning how to code, learning how to do all of this stuff in order to make a good video game. I was just making art for the game. And just overall, I was just trying to make, like, I guess you can say a good habit for myself to do this passion that I always wanted to do. Because, like, always been very passionate about video games. Like, video games, they just, I don't know, I guess you can say it really just expands just a person's imagination. Literally. Because, like, the only reason why I just really want to make video games is because, like, inspirations from other games, just like, Minecraft. And, I was doing that until then. I was basically struggling with my game development journey just because I set my goals way too high. I just felt really stressed out because, like, I set these goals way too high, which, they were just put a lot of pressure on me. Instead of just taking one step at a time, I just tried to do everything all at once, and it didn't really went so well. And also, I had too many, big game ideas, and not try to go small and simple with my first indie title, video game. And then after the summer, I just lost my interest in making video games. I just made so many excuses on why I can't make video games. I just felt a little bit lost. I just quit it, making video games. And then out of nowhere, in this month of September, I saw this game. Okay, so I was at Dave & Buster's, right? And I can't make this stuff up. There was a game studio. But, they had, employees who worked for this big game studio. I don't really want to, name the game studio, but, this game studio is, a big deal. Just because they sold millions of copies of, RPG games. They made lots of just games. And also, they're pretty they had, a lot of controversial things about them because, yeah, I don't really want to go into it, but, this game company, it was, really big. So they sold 1 million copies of video games. They were basically spot on successful. And like, every single gamer knows who they are. And I talked to one of the guys about game development, and like I talked to one of the guys. He was like, what? I think he managed with the platforms and stuff, like with PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And I just talked to him for a little bit, talking about game development stuff and how like I played some of their games before, and it was just such a crazy experience. And after that experience, that motivation in me just skyrocketed. Like, I just had that urge to make video games again. I had that urge to do this journey again. And like, without that experience, I don't think I'll ever make video games now. And now here I am. I'm trying to make this game right now. It's still in prototype phase, but everything is just going so far so good. It is a little bit struggling. It is a little bit hard, but that's just the process, man. The process, you gotta be uncomfortable. The process, you gotta do things out of the ordinary to like get you there, to like get you to success. And plus, not like that, but like, don't focus on success all the time. Success is just a silent thing. Success will come to you silently, and like, you just keep doing it every single day. It's gonna come. Though you just can't focus on it all the time. You gotta focus on the process. Focus on the journey. Focus on the process, man. And yeah. So that was my story on how I almost gave up one of my dreams and passions as well. I'm sure you guys can relate with that as well. And if you just quit on something with like one of your passions, then maybe try to re-look into it. Who knows? Like, just re-look into it. And yeah, so just do something now that's gonna get you somewhere. And also, just don't be scared. Just take that risk of just doing something that you love doing every single day. Don't care what other people think. Like, most of us nowadays, we're just living for other people. We're just living to other people's expectations. And that sometimes could be a bad thing, because that's blocking, like, the only thing that is blocking us is ourselves. The only thing that is not like making us not doing the things that we love doing every single day is ourselves. Like, seriously, no one is stopping you but yourself. Remember that. All this stuff in your head, like, oh, what if that person thinks of me? It's all in your mind. It's just an illusion, man. Trust me, it's just an illusion. Okay? Like, seriously, just it's all in your mind, man. It's all in your head. And don't let that stop you. Like, the only enemies, like no one else is our enemy outside this world. The only enemies we have is ourselves. Okay? We are our enemies, okay? Like, we have to face our fears. We gotta face our self-doubt. We gotta face all these negative emotions that is blocking us from doing the things that we love doing every single day, okay? So just remember that. The only thing that's stopping you is you. Okay, so all that excuses, all this self-doubt, all this fear, it's all in your mind. It's not real. Just remember that. It's just an illusion. And it's all in your mind, man. Just take that leap, bro. Take that. And, man. Anyways, that is for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Why I said watching? Listening. Man. Thank you guys so much for listening. And I don't really know what to say now. Even though I said this in past episodes, I would really like to have like a guest on the show. I'm not sure who though, but just contact me via Instagram, Twitter, or just any form of just contact. If you know me, then I would really like to have anyone on the show. I don't really care who it is. And yeah, and also for the future of this show, I'm just gonna keep on going. Like, this show, Brew of Life show. I'm just really happy how far we came, man. And seriously, how far we came. And also, one thing is just like, if I can do this show, then you can do it too. Like, for example, like, anyone could like start this podcast as well. You can start a podcast as well, and just talk about anything. Just no excuses. Do it right now in the moment. And yeah. Anyways, that's about it. This is the Brew of Life Show. My name is Steven. And also, one more thing to say to you guys is that the time is now. And see you guys. Peace.